I was testing out a load development method, and I was using charges from my RCBS Chargemaster Lite. It didn't really show that it was getting very consistent charges. So I decided to go ahead and upgrade to an A&D FX120i, and I also have the auto trickler with it and auto charge. So I'm going to be going forward with that. But now that I do have this scale, since this is an incredibly accurate scale, I decided let's weigh some of these out and let's see how they actually weigh. How consistent are they really? So let's give this a little shot. I wanted to do this live so we can see, like, as it's happening, how are these things actually going to be weighing out. Now, the problem that I was having with these is that I was getting nodes. They would be like 20 feet per second and 40 feet per second higher on about 30% of my charges. The other 70%, they were incredibly consistent. They were like 3.4 standard deviation. It was very consistent. But that other 30% that was throwing it way out of line. And so the investigation I had done further pointed me back to inconsistency on my RCBS Chargemaster Lite. So let's weigh some of these out. Now, I was playing around with it, make sure that I had everything good to go for you guys. They're both calibrated. I used the weights from that to calibrate my, it's such a long name sometimes, my auto trickler, my A&D here. Hey, Ramsey Country. Good to see you guys. So this is my first time doing live on YouTube, so, and I'm doing it from my phone, so I may not see some of this. But so let me show you what I'm going to do here. Let's move the phone a little closer here. My chair. Sorry for the shaky camera. All right, so what I'm going to do is set you up here where you can see both. All right, and then, so I have this already zeroed out and calibrated, like I was saying. I'm shooting South Beaver December 12th. I don't know. It's a ways away yet. I was talking to Zach the other day at the last match I was at, so maybe if he reminds me, I will try to be there because it's only like 20 minutes from my house. So we're zeroed out here with the scoop on that, just down to the double zeros. I'm zeroed out over here, and like I said, I just calibrated them. I used the weights from here to calibrate over there, and let's just try running out 40 grains. So you'll notice I have the MKM little cover thing on it. We can try it with and without that, see if this does anything differently. So I'm using IMR 3031 powder. Just pull up the chat here where I can see what you guys are saying. All messages visible. So, all right, so 40.0 grains is what this says right now. Let's take this, make sure I don't spill any. All right, let's throw it over here on there. So 40.04. Now, this is good to plus or minus 0.1. Now, when I first got this in, I was playing with it, and I was getting some inconsistency to match the velocity results. Now, before this video, when I was setting everything up, I ran a few, and I wasn't getting that inconsistency. Now, the thing that I did differently this time around is that I left these things on for like 2 days. So they're as warm as they're gonna get. They were running the whole time, making sure that we were gonna be good to run this little test. So 40.06. So those are plus or minus 0.02 of each other right now. Why are you calibrating? I've never had to. You know, I don't know. I always calibrate scales. So to be fair, in this test, exactly why I wanted to calibrate it. I wanted to make sure that what this was calibrated to had the same calibration in it as the RCBS Chargemaster Lite, so that any weighing done of these is the exact same calibration, that we're not saying that 40.06, well, they had different calibration weights used, that they are the same calibration weights. Another one here, 40.02. So, looking very consistent so far, 40.00. So, we have a range on these first three of around 0.06, which is well within what RCBS claims on there. 105 grams. Black marker. That's good. Good stuff. That way we can be consistent. All right, so this one overcharged 40.2. It actually measures it out. Well, let's see what it says when I actually put it over on the other one, which we probably wouldn't have used that charge if we were loading up rounds right now. But let's see. It said we're at 40.2. 40.14. So I would have called it a 40.1. But it did notice that we put too much in, so that much is good. So the other day when I was playing with it, before I left these on for a couple days before this video, I had one as high as 40.16 on the A&D that said 40.0 on here. So that makes me a little nervous. You get that much. I mean, that's outside of the plus or minus 0.1. 39.94. Okay, so there's one we got on the low side, but it's still within the plus or minus 0.1. So far, even though that's a spread of, I'll do the math, 0.14, it's within the plus or minus 0.1, because that really allows for a range of 0.2 grains by that definition, the plus or minus 0.1. It's not, it is not down to the kernel accuracy. Another one here. 40.04. So I'm losing count of how many we're in right now, but really it's staying within the realms of what it is capable of. It's not going beyond that, and it is fairly consistent. It seems to be hitting that 0.02 to 0.06 range quite a little bit. 39.98. So, seems to be doing really well. I can cancel that. But, point is here that even though it was shown before that, hey, we got this problem where we got some higher velocities, I left it on for a couple days, compared against my A&D, and it's shown a lot better. Try to adjust my camera back. This does seem to be doing a lot better than I had originally tested out. So either way, I'm gravitating over towards this. I may do something different with that here in the future going forward, but I'm waiting on a V3 board to come in before I get too deep into this, because it's a V2 and it's kind of a pain to make those settings. So excited for this one, see how it goes. Maybe we'll redo our reloading all day test. We'll see. I'm not really sure on that. That takes quite a little bit. But yeah, you guys got any more questions here? Let's see. No V4. No, not in my budget. I actually, so I got this one on eBay and stumbled across it. Guy was almost giving it away. So it's got the Area 419 kit in it as well. And man, I think that's like $1,700 worth of scale right there. Those things are not cheap. I didn't spend $1,700 on it. But. Sorry, on the live, this thing goes away. I have to like tell it to see what your messages are. And you'll get back to the usual educational content. What kind of educational you want to see, Marcus? 2v3s. Yeah, those V4s look pretty sweet. I saw they had a bench full of V4s ready to go out the door. So, and some guys are starting to get them as like pre-release and test those out. I'm not cool in the cool kids club. I'm still gonna buy my own old ones used. So. V4 order. Ramsey, let me know how that V4 does. Message me. So I've seen a few videos on Instagram with that, and basically the biggest change is the auto throw. It's kind of like the trickler and auto throw combined. They got two motors rolling into each other, but it still uses the same Indy scale. So it's the backup components that are changing. I don't know if there's any change to his circuitry. I mean, I'm sure there is for allowing it, but yeah, it's a long lead time. Paid for it months ago. I think they're out into like February or March, so that's like 5 or 6 month lead time on their stuff. And it's great. I've played around with it a little bit myself here. You see, I got the powder in it. I was playing around with the auto throws and whatnot, and it's a really cool scale, and it's amazing how fast it is too to get down to that 0.02 accuracy. So, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll try to see you there. Cool, Greg. I'm glad that parts list helped out. So I know I do a lot of content on annealing. This is more related to powder here, I guess, but yeah, so I've got some more content on annealing coming. I'm kind of trying to put together a course on how to like build an annealer. So we'll see how that goes. It takes quite a little bit of work to do on my end. Yeah, so I don't really have any more for you guys. I wanted to show you that, and I wanted to do it live so that way we would be able to see like, hey, I'm not editing this out. This is as I'm doing it, as I'm sitting here, real results. And after leaving it on for an extended period of time, I always let this warm up, you know, a couple hours at least before I really do match ammo. And I was still getting that, and I did that with that test the other day. I let it warm up for quite a while, but it just was not getting that consistency from throw to throw. So apparently leaving it on for a little over a day brings me back into that plus or minus 0.1 grains of accuracy. Nice hat. So yeah, I got that up at the New York Precision Match. I love this hat. Go live more often. Go live bow hunting. Nice. I don't have unlimited data, so I got to do this in a comforting cold in my garage. Yeah, I got third up in New York. When should we expect the course to come out? Well, so I'll tell you what. I'm planning on. I'm building a community thing. There's only a few people that kind of know about it, and I'm pretty excited for it. I was building a course, but one of the followers here, he has kind of been really bugging me about this community thing in a good way, and so I've put that together, and so I'm gonna be I'm gonna be releasing that here sometime. My goal is to have that done by the end of the month, and that's here in like 2 days. So if I can get the website, everything kind of built out for that, then we'll release that, and then people who are part of that, they will get that annealing course for free as part of it. And there's going to be lots of other benefits really cool with it too. So yeah, so that's why I'm working on that. To give you a hard date, I'm non-committal intentionally at the moment because I still have a day job. YouTube hasn't paid me enough yet to do this full time. If they did, hey, cool, I'd be here all day, but not there quite yet. You got third there, right? In New York, yeah, that's what that is. I actually lucked out. Cameron Collins, so I shoot tactical class in PRS. And that's what that comes from. Cameron Collins is one of the top ones in my region for that, and he wasn't there, and kind of some other changes. I lucked out and got third by only going to 2 matches. So you're supposed to have 3 matches to be able to kind of qualify enough points wise, and so yeah, I really lucked out. Aren't I using the V3 to confirm your charge weight? So yeah, so that's what I was doing here. I don't know if you caught the first part of that video, and maybe I'm not understanding, but I weighed these out. So this 40 grains that's on this right now came from there. So like this says 24.8 because I stopped it early. This is what I was doing. So 24.8. Let's see what it actually says. 24.88. So about a tenth high on what it actually is. Questions? Ever going to shoot any Rainers matches? I would love to. So I have this group of friends that we kind of challenge each other to do ridiculous things sometimes, get out of our comfort zone and grow a little bit. So I had done this one challenge that I was going to win a trophy by June, and that was back in March. And so I was nowhere near into the level of precision of rifle equipment, everything else that I needed at the time to be able to do that. That's where a lot of this stuff has been coming along the way. If you guys have been watching me for a while, I had to get a new rifle, I had to get powder charge, I had to get new dies, I had to get lots of different stuff to be able to get up to the level of precision I needed, because just production and whatnot wasn't quite there yet. So I was going to go to Rainers matches, but with that commitment at that time, Rainers doesn't hand out trophies. So while it would be really good practice for me, I was trophy hunting in a sense. So I was kind of cheating on that a little bit. So yeah, at some point I'll be going to Rainers matches. I know like Keith Baker and some of the other big hosses in our area, they go there quite a little bit. So Keith Baker actually, he built my rifle. It's from Ice Rifles. Check him out. He's a phenomenal guy. He's helped me out a lot. I actually shot a 2-day with him. We were in the same squad up at MKM up in Pennsylvania. So he probably saw him in the one video from that. I think I had a video from that 2-day match. So he jumps into the video at one point on the one stage because I was out of level, like the whole stage. I wasn't watching my level on my reticle, and it showed up exactly there on my shots. So cool, guys. Yeah, guys, I really appreciate watching this. So I know there's a lot, just me on YouTube. It's kind of weird sometimes because you get those like 1% of comments that are just like dumb, and they eat at me. Like 99% of guys like you're saying, hey, great, keep up the good work, and I love it. I really appreciate all that. So if I don't ever read your comments, just because I'm avoiding looking at that 1% because that keeps me away from doing this. So I've been doing more shorts recently because it's a lot more popular and it's a lot easier for me. I know it's not as much of a deep dive, but if I go deep dive, then I may not get as much content out. So I'm trying to work towards a balance of the both. So that way we can have some good entertainment. It's fun to watch. We can learn something along the way as I'm learning stuff, because I'm, learning stuff as we go here too. So been really appreciating you guys following along with that. Ramsey, I've seen you commenting from nearly the beginning. I know you were in there probably like before 100 subs. So Rainers does 3 plaques for the top 3 for the year. Oh, okay. For just top 3, or do they do anything categorically as well? Is that just open? Third. Oh, yeah, I got Halloween, I got kids tomorrow, so, yeah, no shooting for me this weekend, plus it's rainy nasty. I'm just tired of being in the cold and rain. I went to the match at MKM the one day here recently, and it was just rain all day long. It was not fun. We had to stop the match, I think, twice because we couldn't see. It was like a foggy rain. So you couldn't see the targets. Of course, they're all painted white, and you look through your scope and your field of vision's all white. And trying to find white targets, it doesn't match up well. So I think I ended up getting a 0 on a stage or 2 there. So yeah, so that's about all I got for you guys on that. I'll try to do more lives. I like this. This is cool. So if you guys stumbled across this and are seeing this later or something, be sure to subscribe. Really trying to get more content, try to do some John Wick stuff. So I did shoot a quarter. Like that was pretty cool. So all right, let me show you this. So I shot the cold bore challenge, and I won it with that. So you can see like that. That's my shot there. And so I was like, well, that's pretty cool, but that doesn't really make for a good video. So I shot a quarter. I put them up on 300, 500, and 1,000. The 300, 300, 500, and 1,000, I had to put it on steel. But the 100, I was up against cardboard, so I was able to actually shoot through it. And it was pretty neat because it kind of center punched it. It's similar to what that did there. The 300, it just splattered the quarter. I could see where I hit that. The 500, I don't know if I hit that one or not. The 1,000, I found that quarter. I know I didn't hit it. It can see where I hit, and you can see the bullet splash where it had knocked the quarter down off of the plate. So, I hit here, and quarter was here, and it just, when it blew up, it knocked the quarter down. So, yeah, so I guess if that counts as John Wick stuff, maybe. So MKM is doing a match here Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it's not going to be a normal PRS style. Matt Steiner said it's going to be a little bit of like modified prone and pistol. So he's incorporating pistol into this match. I don't know what this is going to entail. I'm not very good with pistol, so I'm gonna go. I just got my Smith & Wesson 40, and I'm gonna go see what I can do. It may not be pretty, but it sounds like it's gonna be a fun match. So if you guys are anywhere near that area within a few hours drive, try to check that out. Look up MKM. I don't know if he has it posted. I haven't been on Facebook for a while, or Meta, or whatever joke they're gonna be next. So we'll stay tuned for that. Maybe I can get a little bit of content from that as well to share with you guys who aren't able to make it to that. Yeah, gotta definitely get out and shoot some more. So yeah, so stay tuned. Like I said, I got a community thing. Maybe we'll do another live tomorrow and launch that. I'm gonna go do some more video edit, or not video editing, some computer work, website development. The second, I hate video editing. The thing I hate next most of that is web development. So those two things apparently bode well for all the stuff I'm trying to do. Rangers did away with all the PRS matches 2022. Oh, wow. What are they going to do at Rainers? Are they going to do anything there? If they're not going to be doing PRS matches? I'm curious now. Sorry for the delay here. Rainers did away with all PRS matches. Ramsey, if you've ever seen me in a match, I don't remember. I apologize if I didn't introduce myself or you introduced you and I just don't remember. But if you see me in another, just be sure to introduce yourself to me so that I know who you are. Okay, Ann. Hey, cool. Appreciate it. Thanks. Did I miss any comments here? Live chat. GT43. Sorry if you don't like my content. It is what it is. You track humidity when you are charging? No, I do not. And I live in Ohio, and it'd probably be something good to pay attention to. Because it rains a lot here, in case you didn't know. Okay, well, cool. Guys, I'm on Instagram. That's kind of best place to like message me if you have any specific questions. I know a lot of guys reach out to me on there, like Greg. Facebook or Instagram, the messages both come to me, but that's where I'm a little more interactive typically than YouTube comments. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help. I get a lot of help, so and not that I'm the foremost expert in anything. I'm just sharing what I'm learning. So appreciate it, guys. We'll talk soon. Here, Cortino will be interviewing you soon. Man, I hope. All right. How do I end live? X.